What's going on, guys? Aarava here. Welcome back to my F1 2015 career mode with Romain Grosjean for Season 3. We're back with part number 6 today for the Monaco Grand Prix, the duel in the Formula 1 calendar. And if if we look at records of the first two seasons on this game, this is the one that we basically have to win, and one that if we don't win, well, something's probably gone very, very wrong, because Monaco, it's about driver skill, and it kind of shows that AI maybe aren't as skilled as we first maybe thought on this game, because the first two seasons that we've done this game, we have won in a Ferrari and in a Mclaren, so we're in a Lotus, which is about halfway, so we really should win this race, but you never know, something could go wrong. We'll have to see later on this episode, so stick around to see what goes on. But we're here in Q1, in Q2, we got through those two sessions very easily. We rapid fire through the highlights of that, just at both the end of those laps. At the end of Q2, we are first place at Q2, so that is a good sign for Q3 going into this lap here of Monaco. Obviously, very tight twisting circuit, one that I really enjoy driving this game. I've enjoyed driving on pretty much every game. It doesn't really matter if the game is good or bad, if the handling is good or bad. On every game, Codemasters F1 game that I played, this track is good. You know, even back on the horrible handling of F1 2011 and 2012, this track just feels great. And when you hook it up, when you're in the zone, nothing beats it. It just feels fantastic, and the time flies by when you're doing races, especially when you're really concentrating. So we're going through the final corner now. It's been a pretty damn tidy lap. You could saw that first part of the lap was pretty damn tasty. So we're coming through to the line. That's a very tidy lap time. We're going to come through, and that is going to be pole position. Probably could have guessed it from Q2 as well. We had some really good pace in Q2, but that is an absolute stormer of the lap. We have just, blown away the Mercedes, actually. That is very surprising, and this is going to put us in a, the best possible position, obviously, to try and get first place, because here at Monaco, very difficult to overtake. If we can try and maybe, push away our bad starts and get into turn one first, then we've got it in the bag. So let's go to the Monaco Grand Prix. Let's see what happens. So it's time for the Monaco Grand Prix, and as ever, Pastor Maldonado has done the business. He's got a penalty in qualifying. Just brilliant, Pastor. Just brilliant. So we're on pole position. Our teammates way down the order. Lewis Hamilton actually down the order as well, so that's surprising to see. We've got Valtteri Bottas in third place, Rosberg in second, and myself in first. This is important to try and get our championship back on the running, and we can try and win this race. We can get back on a kind of momentum swing, and we can try and go into Canada, and then the next race is Austria, I believe, and we can try and just swing back at this championship, because we've been lagging behind, and I really thought we could have maybe challenged the top three, and I want to be doing that. So here we are. This is where it starts. Hopefully we can get the win here. Go to 5 red lights for the Monaco Grand Prix, and we're off. Nico Rosberg gets a really good start on the left-hand side. He's shot past us. Yellow flag. Something's happened behind us. We're going to turn one. Have to cut over the curb a little bit as Rosberg doesn't give us much room. We're down to second place at the moment. Rosberg up into first as we go up the hill. We've got Valtteri Bottas right behind me in the Williams, getting very close to me actually there. You can see in the mirrors on the left-hand side mirror, he's getting very close, actually darting around to try and look at if he can have a bit of room to overtake me. But we're down to second place, so unfortunately we couldn't get to first place, but this is exactly what happened to us in Season 2 and Season 1, I believe. No, actually, only Season 2. It didn't happen to us in Season 1, but it happened to us in Season 2, and we bounced back in the McLaren, so we should be able to bounce back in the Lotus. So we're going to look at a little replay here of this start, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but I noticed this only after the race had really finished. Look at this. It went, the lap time counter goes to lap 2 straight away. Now, I only realised this pretty much after 3 laps of doing this Grand Prix. So at the time here, you can see Rosberg is apparently still in second place, even though he's ahead of me. We look at the replays, nothing funny went on. There was a yellow flag. I'm only guessing the yellow flag happened because of this glitch, but some sort of glitch has happened where I've managed to teleport 1 lap ahead, but I didn't realise this until about maybe lap 3, and at that point I was still racing hard trying to catch Rosberg as if he was, well, he's still in first place, and he sort of is still in first place because he's ahead of me on the circuit, but for some reason the OSD has glitched a little bit and has put me a lap ahead or something like that. Now, that's what I thought at the time. Now, I can tell you, after racing this race, I was already a lap ahead. The game had a very weird game-breaking glitch where it glitched me a lap ahead in a split second. Like, I got off the line and boom, I was a lap ahead. But throughout this entire race, I really didn't know what was happening. I was so confused. By this point, lap 6, when I pumped in that fast lap time, you can see I'm pushing very, very hard to try and overtake Rosberg because I still truly believe that I had to try and overtake him because even though I saw P1 at the top of the time screen by now, I did see it by now. I saw it around lap 3. I glanced up and I was like, what? There's P1. What's going on there? But I saw it, but I still didn't understand what was going on. I still just thought maybe it's a little OSD glitch because I've seen, you know, there's timing glitches in this game where it says the lap time is maybe 12 seconds when it's absolutely impossible to have a 12-second, you know, time. So I just thought it was maybe an OSD glitch, and, you know, I need to race hard because I can't rely on it saying I'm in first because it might, you know, mess up again and go back to what it was, and it might say I'm in second. So I was pushing still very, very hard. So even though we are technically it says first place, I was still treating it like we were in second. I still believed we were second. So at this point, I'm going to say we are second. I just raced like that, and that's how we're going to go racing here. So on lap 10, I'm pushing very, very hard. You can see the 2 previous laps, I was pushing very, very hard again. Purple lap times in DRS, getting very, very close to Nico here. We get a beautiful exit on turn 1 here in lap 11, and we're right up his chaff. Can we try and overtake Rosberg at some point? We go down the lean mix here to try and save the engine because we're getting so close to him. We have to try and manage the engine temps. But later on, this is towards the end of lap 11, we're closing up on Nico Rosberg here. You can see the blue flags are actually getting waved because technically he is a lapped car, and here the Elgato, unfortunately, just great stuff, Elgato. The Elgato here glitches. I show you a replay in slow-mo here. It just glitches there, so you could see we overtook him. We went down the inside of him, basically. We got a really good exit. You can see it on the replay. Thankfully, the replay cameras post-race didn't glitch up, so I can actually show you the move just to prove to you that something actually did happen there, and it wasn't just a little cover-up. It did actually glitch on the Elgato, and here, that's the move. We go down the inside, cut the apex a little bit, but Rosberg did give me the room, so I just went for it, and here's the view from Rosberg's view. So he goes a little bit deep here, and I just go down the inside. He hits the wall, actually, a little bit, and then he clouts me into Rascas there a little bit, so that was a little bit unfortunate for him. We cut straight back on the action here because we didn't actually continue on, so we just made the move on Rosberg. We go through the final corner, look at the mirrors, Rosberg smashes into the wall there, I think, and we leave him for dust, so we're in first place, although the game already said we're in first. This has been a very confusing episode. Essentially, we were technically already in first place, but I treated it like we were in second place because I really didn't know what was going on. So now we're in first place, and that's what I thought at the time of racing this. I thought I was now into first place, and that there was no way the OSD could glitch up and force me back into second place. So at this point, I was double safe. But now we look at the replay. This is what happened to Rosberg. He absolutely spazzes out. I don't know if that was the game breaking again. It already broken once, and then here again on the replay camera. I'm not sure if this was just the replay camera or if it was actually happening while I was racing, but Rosberg does some weird kind of tilt shift thing and kind of enters the Matrix or something in the replay camera. Just look at that. He's just doing some like drifting, just doing a bit of slap train drifting in the middle of the circuit here, and he just smashes into the barrier. So Rosberg loses a little bit of his front wing. He's not lost all of it, so he can actually continue on. He stops a little bit, but he does continue eventually. So Bottas is now into second and then Vettel third. So, yeah. A very, very crazy race, and it didn't help that Ultima Elgato also at the same time appeared to be glitching. It just had to glitch at the point I was overtaking Rosberg. Just brilliant luck there. But now we're into lap 18. We're into the pit stops now. We're going to make our one and only pit stop onto the prime tyres. So yeah, all I can say is I apologise for how crazy and confusing this race might be at the moment. I can only apologise for the Elgato messing up. You know, I can't really do much if my equipment just fails me in the middle of a recording. I can't tell if it's failed until I get to the editing, so sorry for that. And in terms of the glitch, well, just GG Codemasters. Just great game, just Just the weirdest glitch. I've never actually had that many big game-breaking glitches so far while I've been playing this game, but this is probably going to be the biggest one I've witnessed. Just weird stuff, just being pushed one lap ahead. But now we come to lap 25. We're still pushing pretty damn hard in this race because, you know, by lap 25, I'd sort of clocked that maybe it put us a lap ahead, and maybe I definitely was in first place the entire time. But I still wanted to be honest to myself and push hard and try and keep first place, you know, legitly. You know, if I didn't glitch into a lap ahead, then I still would have had to make the move on Rosberg, and I did make the move on Rosberg. So as far as I'm concerned, I was still very much in first place, you know, glitch or not, I was in first place. You can see here on the replay camera, I actually looked back mid-race to see where Vettel and Hamilton were. They were actually quite close to me, so they're keeping me honest. I put it into lean mix here just to save the engine, but we carry on pushing hard because I saw the gap was closing a little bit, so I pushed even harder on these prime tires. I grew the gap even more. Something happened with Vettel. I think they may have made another pit stop, actually, because a few of the AI, I think it showed, you'll see it right at the end, I think some of them did a 2-stop, which is a little bit stupid. I think Vettel and Hamilton may have tried a 2-stop, which was a little bit stupid of them, but I guess, you know, they made worse decisions, I guess, in the career mode. So we're going to come through on lap 39. We come through the final corner. Daniel Ricciardo and Kvyat lock out the podium. Double podium for Red Bull. That's brilliant for them, but we're going to come through for first place with Romain Grosjean. So that is absolutely epic. We've come through for first place of the Monaco Grand Prix as Romain Grosjean. Legendary AI there you can see, but you can also see that Sebastian Vettel ended up on the super soft tyres. He did a 2-stop, so I don't know what was going on through his mind when he did that, but Daniel Ricciardo and Kvyat get a brilliant podium position there. Max Verstappen a brilliant 4th place as well. That's awesome to see, but we have climbed up in the championship now. We are closing in only 31 points behind. That is tasty. That is getting tasty. If we can try and reproduce a win maybe in Canada, have this momentum swing, we can try and close up on the championship, which would be absolutely mega. But guys, if you did enjoy the episode, be sure to smash the like button. The likes really do help out so much on the channel, really does show the support. Comment below what you thought. If you're new around here, then do subscribe for weekly Formula 1 content and also Forza 6 content coming up later in the month. But I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.